Hey everybody, and welcome back to Video Game Esoterica. On today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at Rockman 2, The Power Fighters, released in 1996 by Capcom for the CPS 2 system. It is a direct sequel to the first Megaman or Rockman game on the platform, The Power Battle, and that was released in 1995. So basically, this is Megaman, the boss rush mode. It's listed as a fighting game, but honestly, it's more like just the boss battles from a general Mega Man game. You're going to see right in here, we're going to be fighting Bubble Man, and it is just the boss battle, which is not at all a problem because a lot of the boss battles in the Mega Man games are quite entertaining, and that's what you're going to get in this arcade version. So you can play this on the Capcom CPS 2, but it was also ported over to the PlayStation 2 in the Mega Man Anniversary Collection for the Xbox, for the PlayStation 2, and for the GameCube. So it's definitely something that's readily available for you to play depending on what platform you want to play it on. I would definitely recommend one of those over buying the CPS 2 board unless you're a collector, just because the price is much, much lower. This game's going to run you around $300 to $400 for an original board, where, you know, the Anniversary Collection might run you $25 to $30 on a good day on eBay or Amazon. So definitely, you're able to play this game in many different formats. So if you really want to check it out, you can choose whatever you like. That's just giving you the recommendation of what you can do. So you will see here that we're going to be able to beat Bubble Man, and we're going to get some of his power-ups. They spit out as bubbles that you need to collect at the end of the stage. You'll see I forgot to do it right here, therefore I don't get Bubble Man's secret attack. You don't automatically get things in this game, so you do have to definitely make sure that once you beat the boss, you go through and collect those. I made that mistake, so we're going to go on to the second Robot Master right here. So there are 3 different modes in the game, but they all basically play exactly the same. In one, you are trying to beat Dr. Wily. In another, you're trying to collect missing parts for your ship. And in the third, you're trying to save Roll from Dr. Wily. So you get a whole set of different Robot Masters to fight, but you always end up having to fight the same sub-boss and Dr. Wily at the end. So it gives you more gameplay, but unfortunately they didn't create separate bosses for each individual playthrough. So taking a look at Shadow Man here, much like every Mega Man game, all the bosses have different patterns that you need to learn, and they do have different weapons that they're going to give you when defeated that are going to be more effective for other Robot Masters. I do love this giant frog here. As far as the graphics are concerned, this game looks incredible. It's like the X series, except with twice the graphical fidelity and impressiveness all across the board. This robot frog is massive, he's well animated, and that's something that this game definitely has in spades, is charm, colorfulness, and character. And that's something, you know, in the Mega Man series that you definitely love to look at. You'll see there I just did a Shoryuken. All the different characters have their own specials. If you have a fully charged blaster shot and you hold up, you're able to execute that special attack. I completely missed it, and I died right there. The game is definitely challenging. It's designed to take quarters from you. Obviously, being an arcade game, that's not at all surprising. We do have Shadow Man beat right there. So what I'm going to let you do is watch a couple more of the fights, and we'll come back and talk a little bit more about Mega Man 2. But go ahead and enjoy it, and we'll be back in a second. And now we're back with the Dive Man battle. I'd love to see something like a speed run of this game done, because you don't really see a lot of playthroughs of it as far as, you know, a game in the Mega Man or Rockman series. It's well remembered, but it's not super hugely talked about. I do find that surprising. When you see something like Awesome Games Done Quick and they have the entire Mega Man block, I don't believe these games have ever once come up. So it'd definitely be interesting to see somebody actually route this game and speed run it to see how quickly you could beat either one of the scenarios or all 3. I definitely don't have the talent to do that. Electric Man here, or Elect Man, is pretty much going to hand my butt to me very quickly. I do apologize for some of those little graphical blips in the background. The CPS 2 has an odd sync rate that isn't 100% compatible with the FrameMeister and my capture equipment, so every once in a while you do get a desyncing frame. It's just something you have to deal with when you're using the CPS 2 hardware, because it desyncs slightly on all of my different games. It's not exclusive to one game, but to all of them. So now we're going to Dr. Wily's castle, or giant robot in the sky. It's kind of hard to say. It's definitely got some castle shapes to it, but you're going to fight Mad Grinder here. He's definitely a fun sub-boss, a little cheap, has a lot of life to him, but that's something you're going to expect just being an arcade game. They definitely want you to lose those quarters. I kind of wish that Capcom had done something a little bit more with the arcade games than just having basically a boss rush mode. It would have been interesting to have some levels or some other sort of scenarios. Maybe, you have 99 seconds to defeat 20 enemies on screen or something, just to have a little diversity in between the boss battles. I definitely enjoy this game, but I wouldn't say that it's my favorite game on the CPS2, because it kind of straddles genres between like a fighting game and between just the boss levels of Mega Man. But now we have Wily Machine. What I'll let you do is I'll let you watch this, and I'll come back and close out the video, but enjoy watching the Wily battle.
Standby OK.
And you will see there when I continued, I did change characters, and the game does have 4 individual characters to choose from, so you get a little diversity in how you want to play the game. They don't all control that differently, but now that we have Wily Machine beaten, you will see that we have to attack Dr. Wily. We have 9 seconds to do so. Nothing really changes whether or not you beat him or not, as far as I can tell. I've never seen any difference. Just kind of a little fun challenge at the end. It is quite difficult to do, though, so maybe there is something hidden that I'm missing as far as beating Wily. But as far as Mega Man 2, the Power Fighters, is concerned, I definitely recommend you check it out, although unless you are a huge collector, I don't recommend spending the money on the board. The game doesn't have a ton of replayability as far as other arcade games are concerned. Unlike a shooting game or something like that, you really can only beat this game one way. You can choose different scenarios and different orders to fight the Robot Masters in, but once you've beaten the game once or twice, there really isn't anything new to see. But it is fun to see one of Capcom's, home franchise characters cross over to the arcade and see what they did with that. Short of that, thanks so much for watching. If you could do us a huge favor, go down below and hit that like and subscribe button. It takes us a lot of time to make each one of these episodes, and we really appreciate your support. You can follow us on Instagram at Chicago Game Collector. Otherwise, we will be back next Tuesday with another entry in the CPS2 series. Otherwise, enjoy the ending here, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.